I'm excited the special guest we have this week.
Yes.
Ron Thompson, Thompson Stewart PC.
Right.
He's an attorney.
With a lot of letters behind.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm really excited about talking to Ron because he's got such a varied background and,
Yes.
and is involved in so many things. And Dreamer, every week we're talking to you about an American dream to get yourself into a debt-free life in a paid-for house and be able to retire at a reasonable age. And we ask questions beyond the hard, cold facts of that. What makes life good, really? What it is to survive, thrive, and have an impact because the world needs you. And yet our guest today has a background of real estate attorney.
Right.
Also in estate planning,
Right.
which is a big part of anybody's American dream because you spend a lifetime building it. You don't want to see it all go to Uncle Sam. Turns out he's not really your uncle.
Right.
You know this, right?
Yes, I
There's
do.
no like blood relation, not even by marriage.
Right.
No. And then tax strategies as well as an attorney. But he also is a certified financial planner. And so every week we try to cover something on mortgage matters,
Yes.
real-time real estate.
Right.
But we also want to talk about words on wealth. And we've got an expert on that topic here today.
Right.
And our Cover Your Assets segment every week. And here we've got an expert in two of the four, really, in terms of Cover Your Assets and words on wealth. So welcome, Ron Thompson.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're with us. And I want to get right at it because so much of the American dream is tied up in real estate. We have this unique country where property ownership is a big part of the, what it is to be an American. And it's for many of us what I call a foothold to a future financial freedom when we're able to get ourselves into real estate and get out of being renters and into owners. And yet there's more than one way to skin a cat when it comes to real estate. And you've seen a lot of scenarios, right? So
Absolutely.
Let's get right after. One of the things, because you're an attorney, I'm a real estate broker. I know attorneys play a role in just the transaction, the acquisition and the sale of real estate. Would you recommend that you involve a real estate attorney when you're involved in real estate transaction?
Well, Paul, a couple comments on that. First of all, as a fellow real estate broker, I appreciate, for most brokers, the concern is when you bring an attorney in, most attorneys, unfortunately, think they know something about real estate. And let's be honest, a lot of attorneys don't. There's also a belief amongst a lot of my fellow attorneys that real estate is a fairly simple concept, and it's not hard to look at a real estate contract and close it. And as Sean, who's present here, knows as a title expert, a lot of times attorneys will show up at closings with all sorts of goofy questions and whatnot and just create issues needlessly. For me, obviously I'm a little biased as an attorney, and I certainly recommend that people should consider it, but I look at it really simply as a real estate purchase typically is, if it's not the largest acquisition somebody's going to make, it's probably one of the largest, and it's wrought with all sorts of potential issues. So I always advise them to at least talk to an experienced real estate attorney, if not me, somebody that actually has a practice in real estate, and have them at least get a feel for whether or not they're comfortable with hiring that person to handle the transaction.
Yeah, and you mentioned Sean Locke is sitting with us. Sean, you were with